Frank did his press conference yesterday, enlightened us to the injuries, and we're going to have a lot more players available for us tomorrow than we did have on Tuesday night, which is obviously great. And we're going to get into our predicted lineup now. So let's get through into the injury news and the team update.
Yeah, so obviously a horrible news for Lucas Berg. Val confirmation yesterday. He is going to be out for 2 to 3 months with a ankle injury. Following on from Rodrigo Bentancur, he's got a long-term injury. Richarlison's got a long-term hamstring injury. Ben Davies has injured his ankle. Mohamed Kudus has a long-term groin injury. Decky and Maddison have been out for the whole season. And João Paulinho is touch and go, according to Thomas Frank. Not sure if he's going to be fit for this one. We'll have to wait and see. But good news on Dom, Udogie, Gray, all available for this weekend, alongside Gallagher, Basuma, Tell, who are all left out of the Champions League squad. So, yeah, a lot of players back available.
All right, so let's get into it. Which record? Wing-back system, 4-2-3-1?
Yeah, does he go with the formation that worked so well against Dortmund, or does he go back to what we were doing before?
I think he goes back 4-2-3-1 in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't really see the need to. I guess you could say he worked well against Dortmund, but no, there's no reason to do that. So yeah, I think he goes 4-2-3-1.
So in goal, we know it will be Vicario. Any chance of Kinski?
Any chance? No, I don't think off the back of the Dortmund game. Also, Kinski could be on his way out. So yeah, I don't think he starts this one.
So that's Vicario in goal. Pedro Porro right back.
We also got to consider going into this game. We have a game on Tuesday, quite a big one. Or Wednesday, quite a big one. So I think the selection will be in a court. Like there has to be with that game in mind. Mm-hmm. I think Porro probably still starts.
Well, obviously there's a lot of ineligible players for Wednesday that are probably going to play in this game.
Unless does Jed start right back and Udogie left back? Can Udogie even play? Because he's available, but he did play 90 minutes on Tuesday. So do you want to manage him a bit more, or is he ready to start again? That's a big question.
I think it's going to be...
Can Sousa play, maybe? Nah, surely not. I mean, I guess he could.
He'll be in the squad, you'd think.
He could play.
I think it's going to be Porro and Jed.
Porro and Jed, no Udogie.
Yeah, Udogie on Wednesday night.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. I am happy with that.
Porro just doesn't get a rest. It's just not. It's not something we do at this football club. We don't give.
Every time, shall we give him a rest? And they're like, nope.
So yeah, Porro right back. Jed's not Udogie. Jed.
Sorry, Jed.
Jed Spence at left back. So Porro right back, Jed Spence at left back. Centre backs, it'll be back to Coutinho Romero and Mickey van der Ven, which is actually a bit unfair for Danso because he had such a good game. And every time he has a good game, one of our centre backs is back available the next game and he just comes straight back out.
Yeah, and he did do well, but this is our first choice. Unless one of them, is there a chance we rest Romero because he's played a lot and put Danso in?
I don't think
Romero
so.
comes big on Tuesday.
I don't think Frank can be afforded to rest players because every game is like massive for him now, isn't it? Because if he loses this, there's a very good chance he gets sacked after the game.
Yeah, true. So he just needs to go all out. But I also think that there's some players who will be waning a bit and that you have to manage. Like we'll talk about it in midfield, but I think there are some players you might have to just rest for Wednesday.
Yeah, but I don't think centre backs are that. Centre backs should be fine. So that's the back four: Porro, Romero, Van der Ven, Jed Spence in the midfield.
Oh, the one player he did say is available, which we'll talk about, is Sarr. He said he's available.
I think João Paulinho doesn't play this game. I think they're going to try and get him in for the Wednesday night game. Given
the fact we have a lot of unavailable centre mids, I think it makes sense you don't start him. And I also think Gray, when was the last time Gray didn't play?
That's a good point.
I'm pretty sure Gray's played like every game, like for a while. So I think he potentially could be due a rest in this one.
So he got taken off at half time against West Ham and he was on the bench for the Bournemouth game.
Okay, so that's a lot. So he actually has... Okay. And he came on in the last few minutes.
Yeah.
Has played a lot. Does he start Gray in this one and then he starts him again on Wednesday? Because he's definitely has to start on Wednesday, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Unless Sarr starts. Basuma's obviously an option because he played well against West Ham.
What I want to see, I don't know if this is the way it's going to go, but what I want to see is Basuma Gallagher in that double pivot. I would love to see that.
I've got a feeling he's going to go Basuma and Sarr.
Basuma and Sarr.
And then
What, Gallagher in the 10?
I've got a feeling he's going to do that, and have Xavi with a bit of rest, and also he's got that swollen ankle, which who knows what condition that's in right now. Although look, he said they're all available, so there's no suggestion that he can't start if he wanted him to. But I've just with Wednesday in mind as well, and Tuesday he played through pain. Could he do with just a bit of a rest or be on the bench just if need be? And I also know we also would. Told that Gallagher was set to start in the 10 before Paulinho picked up an injury in the game against West Ham. So if that was his thinking then, does he have an excuse to do that again with Xavi having that knock?
It's not about having an excuse, but like obviously Xavi had the game that he had, and obviously he hadn't performed to that level before that.
When I say have an excuse, I mean he wanted to do that. With Xavi playing so well, he obviously. The fans would be like, no, Xavi has to play. But before that West Ham game, in his mind, he wanted to go Gallagher in the 10.
Correct. But
so it's harder to do it now because Xavi played so well. But with Xavi taking that knock, he's got an excuse to do what he always wanted. Which is
it's true. It's true. But, you know, circumstances and performances change things. And I think his performance was so strong on Wednesday. I think it would be a mistake to do that.
But I'm saying he's got this ankle problem.
Yeah, but he also said he's fit and available.
Yeah, but it's still, I'm guessing, a bit of a risk. I mean, he was fit and available on Dortmund, but he was playing through pain with his big ankle. Doesn't mean it was.
I think in an ideal world, he wouldn't have been fit and available. Xavi said he made himself available.
Exactly, that's my point. So could he do with a bit of a rest here?
I don't know what the state of his ankle is in. I don't know.
You know, is it back to 100%? I doubt it.
I don't know.
I mean, looking after the Dortmund game, it didn't look 100%.
Yeah, but you know, inflammation can go down pretty quickly. I don't know. We don't know. You don't know. So it's impossible to say. He mentioned, obviously, before the game that Xavi has an issue. He didn't mention today. He didn't mention yesterday about Xavi having any issue. He just said he's fit and available.
Mm-hmm. He said he got through the game okay and he's fit and available.
Yeah. So I think it'll be a mistake not to go with Xavi.
It might be, but I'm just trying to think where his head's at. And also, given the fact that Gallagher can't play, obviously we know Gallagher's definitely going to play because he can't play on Wednesday. Does Basuma start first and foremost? Do we think Basuma starts?
I hope so. I think he has to start. I think he's our only real six that's available.
Yeah, I think he starts. I think Basuma does start, and he was talking him up in his press conference as well.
Was he? Yeah. What did he say?
He said the reason he's not been in the squad has nothing to do with attitude or anything. He said he had made that mistake being late or did the balloon or whatever it was, maybe both, and he said 2 days after that in training, so he was back in training. In training, he was injured, and he's just been injured all up until now. That's what he says. Now we were hypothesizing that that's quite convenient. That he's injured and he's just not been selected in any of these squads just after he's been banned, he's been suspended or fined or whatever it was for being late and also for being caught with balloons again. So maybe it was just a coincidence.
I think he actually was injured because he was left out of some of Marley's teams on international, so that suggests that there was an actual injury there.
Yeah, so if that's the case, then you know, he's back in the team. If he's back for selection, no point, no reason not to pick him really right now. Especially we need him, and he played well.
Needs must, my friend.
And he played well. Look, we know he's a good player when he's on his day. If we can get him playing well, then play.
And I think as well, like from now until the end of the season, we probably know he's not going to be with us past this season, Basuma. It could be an opportunity to see actually a good Basuma now because he's going to be playing for a new move. We've known that he's struggled to find a move over the last year. And he's going to have to put himself in the shop window. And we could see a good version of Basuma because of that.
So the question is, next to him, is it Sarr, Gallagher or Gray? I think I've got a feeling it's going to be Sarr, but if it's up to me, I would go Gallagher.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's going to have Sarr there. Oh, shit. Sorry, wrong player. So we're going to go Gallagher next to him. We obviously did start on the double pivot that was the double pivot we saw in the second half against West Ham, isn't it?
Yeah, and it was a lot better than what we saw in the first half.
So we're going to go Xavi to play in the 10 over here. And then the wingers kind of pick themselves right now. Unless we're saying Jed, or we're saying Jed left back, so we can't be saying Jed there. So Tell can't play on Wednesday.
Yep.
So he has to play on the left. He said, by the way, after he kind of confirmed Tell was very disappointed when he was told about the Champions League.
He didn't need to confirm that.
Well, it's interesting to hear it from him, hear it from the horse's mouth. But yeah, he said he's very disappointed. But he said, I've shown that I've started in the last however many games, and that shows I trust him, and hopefully he just knuckles down and keeps playing well. That's kind of what he said.
Yeah.
Odebear continues his games on the right-hand side. He's starting to grow into that role, isn't he? So let's hope that. And then up front, as I get, the only choices are Moani and Solanke. Solanke, Frank said in his press conference, is pretty much playing at 70% right now. But he did play 70 minutes, got his goal. Is it just about playing him into minutes, or is it about managing his game time? I think we probably start him.
Yeah, there's a fair chance that Moani starts. I don't want to see it.
Can Moani maybe start against his old club on Wednesday?
Because I think Dom, he'll want Dom to start on Wednesday. I think there's a strong possibility that Moani starts this game. I really do, because Dom's been out for so long. As you say, he said in the press conference that he's playing at 70%. Maybe it's a case of just giving him an hour or so. But I do think there's a strong possibility that Moani starts. I hope not, though.
He was asked, how far away is Dom from you not having to manage his minutes? And he said he's not near.
Well, that's it.
He says he's going to have to manage them for quite a bit. So at least he's starting games right now. Sorry, he said not how far. He said how close. And he said not close.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, maybe go Moani. The only other option
is he really going to start 3 games in the space of a week?
Yeah. Tough to think that. So we're going to go Moani up front.
Unless he goes, no, we've got no options for that. Trying to think if there's anything else we can do in that forward line, but there isn't.
Unless you go Tell up front, but then you have to go Moani on the left if you do that.
Unless he goes Javi on the left, Tell up front, and Conor Gallagher in the 10 and Sarr in the 8.
Yeah, he could do that.
I actually think that he could. There's a high chance to do that.
Put Tell up top.
Yeah.
I think Burnley away is not the kind of game you want Tell up top for.
Is it the kind of game you want Moani up top for?
Well, I think potentially if he plays well. But he's not playing well. Who does that leave on our bench? That leaves Danso, Porro. Who else? Solanke, Sarr. Not any attacking options? Just Solanke.
No. Scarlett.
A Doggy, Scarlett. God. It's troubling times at the moment for our bench from an attacking point of view. But yeah, I think that's kind of, maybe swap Moani for Solanke. That's kind of what I want to see. But I reckon I've got a feeling he's going to go Gallagher in the 10, Sarr in the 8. Like that.
I've actually got a feeling he's going to go Javi on the left and Tell up top with Sarr in the middle alongside Biss.
Well, you think he completely has lost trust in Moani?
But the way he's playing, I mean, I can't see where the trust is coming from.
While he's here, he's going to play him unless we are going to cancel his contract.
I mean, with the reports of even us even thinking about cancelling his contract, that suggests already lost trust.
Well, the reports are more he wants to go back more than we're going to cancel it, isn't it?
I don't know. I thought it was us losing trust in him.
Either way, if he's still, as long as he's here, I think we are going to play him.
Yeah, hopefully just off the bench. I don't want to see him start games. He's just terrible. The effort levels just don't seem to be there, and I can't see Frank being very receptive to that.
Well, so you want to change it?
I mean, I don't know, man. It's Frank Roulette, isn't it? It's hard to it's hard to actually put your finger on.
Tell on the flanks. I'd play Tell in the 9, says Plumley. Yeah, put Tell in the 9. What if we were to go to a back 3? What would then change in our lineup? You'd put a doggy there, maybe. No, you'd probably keep Jed there.
No, Danso.
You put Danso for who? For Xavi. And then then you could do a front 3 of Tell.
Danso for Moani.
Danso for Moani. Then you have a front 3 of Wilson, Odegaard, and Tell. So Wilson, Xavi, and Tell.
Yeah.
Xavi in that kind of 10.
Yeah.
Could do that. Gallagher, Basuma in the 8s. Could see that working.
Yeah, I just feel he will go for it at the back. Look, I think it's impossible to actually know what he's going to do with the big game coming up on Wednesday as well. I think what he's done so far this season will suggest that Moani's playing, but I've just got a feeling behind the scenes he's kind of losing hope a bit with Moani. I really believe that.
Let's hope he can get it back.
What, the hope or
The hope.
Don't even know if I want hope back in Moani. He's been so bad. Like I said before, I prefer to play Scarlett over Moani. I really would.
No, I just think it's a player low on confidence as well. I just think he needs a goal.
He got the 2 goals against PSG and only got worse since.
Look, there's a lot of reasons I think Moani's struggling. I think he's part of the reason, but I don't think he's the only reason.
I mean, he is the lowest performing player on the team. There's no reason for him to look as bad as he's looking. At all. Like, he looks disinterested. He looks like he's backing out on things. He doesn't look like he's putting in the effort levels. I mean, there's being low on confidence and off form, and then there's doing what Moani's doing right now. And I think it's a disgrace the way he's playing right now, in my opinion.
Yeah, but one good game and he can turn it around.
Yeah.
So let's hope it's on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people have faith in that. But look, if that's the lineup, what's your score prediction?
I'm going to go 1-0 Spurs.
1-0?
1-0 Spurs. I think we'll win. Look, even though we look better against Dortmund, it's going to be a different game against Burnley. They're not going to give us the same space. They're going to ask us different questions. And whether we have those answers, I think still going to be difficult for us. I think we're going to be playing a similar way. We're going to be relying on crosses to score. And I think we're going to struggle to create lots of chances, to be honest. I see lots of maybe shots from outside the box, potentially in this one, maybe a couple of half chances, and then the goal probably comes from a corner. And to be fair, Burnley do lack quality going forward, so I think a clean sheet's not a bad bet, but I think a rout is not something I'm expecting. So I'm going to go 1-0.
Yeah. I think 1-0 from a set piece he's got a reel over it this weekend, and I'll take it right now. I think we just need those points, don't we? No matter how they come. And I think if we win a 1-0 from a set piece, I don't think it does anything to kind of sway fans' opinions on Thomas Frank right now. That's the reality.
Does keep him in a job, though.
Probably keeps him in a job.
Does he get sacked if we lose?
I think he could very well do.
Yeah, but we said that after West Ham when he didn't, did he?
Yeah. I think it just starts up all those conversations.
I feel like he doesn't. I feel like he gets the Frankfurt game regardless, unless it's like a battering, like we lose badly. I reckon he gets the Frankfurt game.
Dr. Tottenham suggests that we lose this weekend.
Yeah, true. Absolutely.
Anyway, let's move on to